We both laughed so hard.
The entire side of this house is off limits right now.
Embarrassingly so, and very uncomfortable.
My standard of beauty for myself has changed so much since the pandemic.
His asshole is like suction cupped to the floor.
We call it a foof.
And he's not going to care that I said any of this.
And ball sacks.
And you know how traveling like makes you very gassy?
The confidence radiates that beauty.
I will try everything once.
Petrified to fart.
We still maintain this kind of like false mystery.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
But what if I need that hair someday?
Huge ripper. Just go.
You decide to like open up more and like show your nasty side.
No dress code, no rules, just BYOU. It's time to tell society that it's a taboo. You can be the youest you here in the naked room.
Did you take your vitamins today, by the way?
I didn't, and it just reminded me.
Your solar
that
vitamins?
No, I forgot. I need to take them, but it's okay. It's still like, what time is it? We have a discount code they gave
We
us.
do. We'll drop it in it's the naked room. Just all caps,
Easy.
like we're screaming at you. The naked room.
The
No.
naked room.
The naked room. We'll put it in the show notes too.
Yeah,
But
I think it's like
20% off.
20%.
20% off. Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Welcome to the naked room, Annette. We're so excited to have you here. And I wanted to give you the opportunity to tell our guests who you are. We know you as a YouTube producer and mama, but what are 3 things that you feel like you want to represent yourself as to the world in general?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Annette. I am a YouTube producer. I come from a very long background in reality television production, and I recently pivoted into this creator economy space, mostly because of opportunity, but also it's been really fun. And my parents actually watch YouTube. They never watch the shows that I actually produced on television. So I'm proud. Yeah, I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm fun. I'm funny. I'm fun to work with. And I love being able to produce content with good people. So that's just a vibe that I bring to every project that I do, which is how I met both of you, which was good projects with good people.
I was going to say, I can definitely vouch that you are fun to work with.
It's been really cool to see your career pivot. Like you're applying A to B as far as the skills that you have, but you're just moving it to a new industry, and it's so cool.
Yeah, it's fun too, because what used to be working for a production company that was hired by a network, everything you did went through like 12 different layers of people who gave notes and approvals. Whereas this is like, I work directly with a YouTuber and it's just us two.
That sounds like a dream, man.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with politics anymore.
Less cooks in the kitchen.
Outside of work or inside of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of yucks your yum and your creative vibe when you have to do that.
Yes, it does. Yeah. Yeah. And we've all been on projects where like at the end, you're like, what is this Frankenstein that I've created? It's not what we pitched and that people fell in love with because so many cooks in the kitchen.
Well, I want to get to our meat here. Our naked room meat. So I'm going to give you a choice. 1 or 2. I don't know if you can see this. 1 or 2.
Red pill, blue pill.
Red pill or blue pill.
Do I have to get naked?
Yep. If you pick the wrong one.
Yes.
Nude.
Emotionally naked. Yes. Strip down, please. Emotionally.
I'm going to pick 2. That's one of my favorite numbers.
Okay. I wrote, women actually are gross. Okay. Let's break the taboo. What are some examples of how you are just nasty?
Where do I start?
That's a good place to start. You have to really think about
it's not just the dudes. Women got it too. Women are nasty.
Yes, we are. And I feel like nobody believes it, or they don't want to believe that girls poop and fart and that we're hairy and we stink. We're like Fiona and Shrek.
We really are. But yeah, we all fart roses though, that's how it goes.
Yeah. Well, my family would say that I'm hairy and I have a mustache. And they all call me Mustache. And I fart like everyone else. And I actually have a funny story about this because I feel like y'all are both in relationships. And
Yes.
there comes that point in a relationship where you decide to like open up more and like show your nasty side.
Oh, yeah.
And I know y'all have talked about this because Kelly, y'all poop with the door open, but Jamie Lynn, you don't believe in that.
I do not. I think that a line has to be drawn, and I still cannot understand. Oliver and I have so many conversations about Kelly and Curtis's open door pooping policy. Like, it's unnatural how much it's a topic of conversation in our own relationship.
Have you farted in front of him?
Yes, but we have an ongoing joke where I always blame it on Lugnut, and 90% of the time it is Lugnut, and then he'll blame it on me. Not Lugnut won't blame it on me, but Oliver will be like, no, it was you. And I'm like, that, like, Lugnuts are so obscene. Kelly's heard them. Like,
They're potent.
and
Yeah.
they're so, I mean, he's a big boy, so it's
Oh,
so
those
loud.
big dogs have
And
the
it's like-
rankest farts.
It's like there's the fact that and that's why I know it's just like a joke. Like, it's like it could never be like, it will fill the entire cabin, and it's like not just like with the scent, but the sound alone like could shake the walls. Like because the way that this 180-pound dog sits is his asshole is like suction cupped to the floor, right? So when he like, and he doesn't have a tail, he has this little ball, it's like it doesn't cover. And so when he lets it rip, it's like the vibration on the floor and the sound is just, it's impressive. And so, yeah, I often like, it's like, it doesn't even matter. Like, if I fart in front of Oliver, it's like, what, like the fact that these dogs are in here, just that we're surviving the amount of guests that's just filling the cabin. It's insane.
I'm afraid that I'm going to get a call one day that both you and Oliver have like the
Just
EMTs
died?
had to come and
Yeah.
get you. Yeah, because of the stench in your house.
Although
Gas
I feel like
exposure.
I was
Yes.
reading somewhere, I say that, I read an Instagram meme or something, but like there was something where a study's been done that breathing in a dog, or maybe it's just farts in general, like the gas that's in them, but it's actually good for you. Like
What?
at certain amounts, there's something in it that I don't remember. It's like something, it's good for like Alzheimer's or something like that, like some
What?
random connection they've made. So if that is true, then I feel like I'm on a good road to health with the dogs.
Yeah.
You're going to
not
have
farting.
full mental capacity till you're
Right?
100.
It's good. It's good that you're sharing that, because I feel like there's the taboo is super real, and I remember like holding all that in, like
Oh yeah.
with Curtis, like up until the first month or something. Now, whatever, we don't care. All bets are off. But I had so many boyfriends where I was like petrified to fart or do anything or even talk about the fact that I'm a human and I have all these bodily functions. And I know that there's a lot of married couples that like don't even brush their teeth in front of each other. There's certain things
That's
that are
extreme.
like, it's very extreme. And I'm like, how are people living? Like, I would love for somebody to call in and be like, yeah, we don't do that, and this is why. I would love to understand how someone is going through their life at that level of uncomfortability.
That's how I
Yeah.
feel about your open door pooping policy, except opposite. I'm like, how did you, like, take me back to the day when you guys were like, this is now a thing. Like, we've decided a rule in our relationship is that you poop with the door open. Like, take us back there, Kelly.
I can't even remember that far back because we keep our doors open too.
It
But like,
is.
yes, but the way our house is configured, it's like if you tuck into the toilet, it's not like you're
Yeah.
exposed as much as like Kelly's bathroom is more open to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have
Yeah.
like, you're in your like own little alcove of like
Yeah.
privacy, even if there's not a closed door.
But we understand like when you see me on the toilet or I see you, like, I'm not going to come in and chit chat with you. Like, I'm going to be like, clock you, I'm out.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
not the same in your situation, Kelly, right?
Sometimes that's like
Y'all
that.
talk?
And We talk, but usually like from like with a little bit of y'all talk with a little bit of privacy.
That's the line. That's where
You're just
my
like-
line is drawn.
You're like, leave me alone. No, I have had those moments sometimes recently where I'm like, okay, this is the norm for us, but also this is weird. Like, what do we do? I need some privacy. Like sometimes I just get really snippy and Curtis will be trying to say something to me and I'm like, I just need some space.
I
just
get
right
mad
now.
with the closed door because like we have a bathroom, three bathrooms, and only one of them has a bidet, which I don't really like. I think we've talked about this before.
I
Like,
don't
I've
either.
tried it once and it's just kind of not for me. But Oliver
They're
loves
weird.
it so much that is the only bathroom that he will take a shit in. And it happens to be the kind of more common bathroom. Like there's one down here where the studio is, there's one in our bedroom, and then the middle floor of the cabin has the bidet. And it's right off the kitchen, of course. And so I wake up in the morning and like he'll go in there to take shit and I'm trying to like get the dog's food or like do something. Like I have to be in that hallway and it doesn't seem to like bother him. And if I go in that bathroom, he'll try to like talk to me through the door. And I'm like, what? Like the entire side of this house is off limits right now. Like, go away. Like, I can't focus.
I'm also getting the sense from both of you, though, that y'all are like sitting there for extended amount of time.
Not really, but in the time that I'm there, I would like some privacy.
The only time that I'm sitting there for a while is if I'm like writing a post on LinkedIn also.
I upped my protein recently. And so if you guys have taken collagen, I am definitely there more often or for longer periods of time now.
No, Annette,
holy crap.
You and I, holy crap, that's funny. Annette, you and I talked about the length of time that it takes for us to evacuate. I'm like, I'm actually very quick. Like if
I'm so quick.
You're like 20 seconds or something. If I have that cold brew or that latte, I'm like, everybody get out of the way.
You're
I have
just
to
too quick sometimes.
Urgent. Yes. It is very urgent.
It's unauthorized quick.
Unauthorized quick. Yeah. Like embarrassingly so and very uncomfortable. So yeah, no, I'm not usually sitting in there for that long, but sometimes it really is like, this is a place where I can go to not, I have a good excuse to not be bothered. I can be like, I have to go and think. I'll see you later.
Even though you're on your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
My dad used to do that. He's like, gotta go to the office.
Yes.
Oh
yeah, that's
my
where
God.
all the best ideas come from. I feel like every like baby boomer dad has said that at least once. I gotta go to the office.
I was going to share a story about.
Oh yeah, share a story.
Please do.
The first time that I farted in front of my husband, Jason, because I also had been in relationships where you're new and I'm a gassy girl and you're in a bed with them, but you don't want to fart. And so you hold it in and then your stomach is like a lava lamp of gas.
Yes.
And it's painful. And you get to a point in a relationship where you're like, let's just fart in front of each other. And we had a conversation. This was month 4. So 3 months of pain.
Oh, man.
And we had a conversation where we were both like, I think it's time that we peeled back this curtain and we've actually just farted in front of each other. And I was like, great, I have a fart right now. I'm ready to go.
I thought you'd never ask.
I probably brought it up because I was gassy. I'm like, how long are we doing this?
I love that
Quick
you're
question.
the one.
I'm like, what are we doing here? I need to know. And
think fast. Farting in front of each other or not?
I told him, I said, I have been sneaking some farts in already, but you didn't notice because they weren't loud. And I said, if you spread your butt cheeks, then there's no sound. And I said, let me show you.
Oh my God.
And I squatted on the ground and I let it out. And
Inaudibly?
it made a sound.
Oh no!
And we both laughed so hard because like I was wrong. We laughed 4 days over that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. It was so funny. And after that, we were like,
Then you
like,
just
let's
let it
do it.
rip.
You're like, it's
let it rip.
fine. Yeah, it's fine. It just takes that first one, and then you're off to the races.
Oh my
Do you
God.
remember your first time?
Well, I can put Curtis on blast a little bit because I remember this. There's a specific story. we were very early on. I was like 2 or 3 weeks in, and we were staying at each other's houses, going back and forth, as you do when you first start dating. You're like, your house or mine? And then he would like get like a day later or whatever, he'd get into his Jeep to go back home, and then I would probably see him later that night. But he said, he's like, we're in West Hollywood at this point. He's like, I walked down in my Jeep and you walked with me, and I got it's like I got into my Jeep, and he's like, I waited, I looked in the side view mirror to make sure you were walking back up the street. And he's like, and then I just like let this huge ripper just go. And he's like, I immediately freaked out and thought, because sometimes I would come back to his car and be like, hey, what's up? Like say
Roll
something.
the window down.
Yeah. And he's like, oh my God, what if she's coming back? And I didn't, but I just remember
He's like,
him. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Just like rolls out of the way. Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, bye. Gotta go. But I remember him telling me that story like later on after we'd gotten comfortable with each other. And I still, like almost 12 years later, just freaking love the idea of him like checking to see if I'm coming back. And like just being really like shameful. Like, oh my God, she's gonna know. Cause we both can go, but he's like, he kicks ass. He's like the best.
He would win. He'd win the
Curtis.
competition.
Yeah, he's the best. And he's not going to care that I said any of this because he'll be like, yep, it's true. It's true. I am the best. I'm the best.
He's
farter.
still hot sound guy.
He's still hot sound guy. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm like, it's not pivotal for me as far as when I think it was one of those where it was just like, oops, and then we were good to go after that. But yeah, the clenching, you were talking about the holding it in though. I remember I dated the guy. There was one guy I dated in my early 20s who was like very traditional, and he was Hungarian. So it was like Central European kind of traditional. And I would like sneeze in front of him and he would go, oops, do you need a tissue? Like that kind of shit. And so the idea of like I went with him to Hungary for 10 days, and you know how traveling like makes you very gassy, like being on a plane, all that. It's like the worst.
And you don't poop.
Mm-mm.
No. And I held that shit in literally like the entire time we were there. And I just remember being so uncomfortable and trying to act like I'm your pretty girlfriend, but I'm like, I'm over here just miserable. So
nothing irritates me more than that. Like I'm a whole different person if I haven't pooped in like 2 days. I'm like, get the fuck away from me.
Or even just holding in your farts, man. Like it's just
not worth it.
It's not natural. It's also really unhealthy. Like let's set that point home. It's bad to keep that in your body. Like the average person farts like 12 to 15 times a day or something. I'm like, I blow that out of the water, but
same. That's like per morning.
Hold on. Let me look up the stats here because I'm like, I feel like I end up correcting myself a lot afterwards because I'm like, I got that stat way wrong. But how many farts?
Jamie Lynn, do you remember your first time?
I don't. And as she was saying that, I was like, I think ours is kind of we both do it, but we do it in a way where we still maintain this kind of like false mystery, like the cabin has like the bedroom's like a loft, and so there's like this, it's not like a closed door, so if you're downstairs in like the living room in the kitchen, I can like yell down the balcony or whatever, and there'll definitely be days where like Oliver will go downstairs and I'll hear it and I'm like, babe, and he just like giggles. And then vice versa. Like he'll, I'll still be laying in bed and he'll go downstairs to make coffee and he's like, Jamie Lynn. I'm like, like
he's like, oops, do you need a tissue?
Yeah, right. Do you need a tissue?
Man, that sucks. I'm over here laughing
awful.
because it says, okay, the average person, some experts suggest that up to 25 or even 40 times a day can still be within the range of normal, depending on diet and digestive health. I'm like, what happens when you go to 41? Is that abnormal? But this means that people also ask, which is like one of my favorite things with a Google search. You're like, what are these questions? Is it normal to fart 300 times a day?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Who's keeping track of that? Like, I feel like
I don't know.
Count.
I do that when I eat broccoli.
Yeah. Oh yeah, broccoli's very gassy. I should do a clicker though every day. One day I'm gonna just do a clicker and find out, and I'll get back to you guys.
I can't wait to know what your fart count is.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah, yes.
Do you guys get asparagus pea? Have we talked about this?
Oh
before?
yes.
Yeah. No.
Bad. You don't?
No.
It's a specific gene that people have where their pee smells bad after they eat asparagus, and some people don't have it. It's like the same thing as when people have it's like peppercorns and cilantro taste soapy. It's the same kind of thing. Does it happen to you?
Yeah, I don't like cilantro. It does. It's nasty.
Yeah, I'm like, it's weird because I don't think cilantro is soapy to me, but peppercorns are, which is weird because usually it's like the two go hand in hand. But I could take or leave cilantro, honestly, even though it doesn't taste super soapy to me.
40% of the population get asparagus pea. So we are actually the minority, I guess.
Look at you.
Mm-hmm. Could we just put that into something else more useful, like being in the minority of something, like, I don't know, like a billionaire? Could I be a billionaire instead of having asparagus
pea? Yeah, back to the drawing board with that one.
Back to the
You're
drawing
still
board.
going to be farting like the rest of us, even if you're up there.
Jamie Lynn and I have talked about this quite a bit. It comes up pretty often because beauty standards are so like blatant and in our face, and like they keep shifting from generation to generation and decade to decade. But like some of the things that we do are like so painful, like getting your shit waxed, or like I go and get my lip wax every 5 weeks and it never gets unpainful. Why do we keep doing this stuff? Why do we do it? It does make me feel more confident to not have lip hair, but are there any things that you're doing that you're like, why am I doing this?
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's this standard of like you are supposed to present yourself as like put together and beautiful. What's been really helpful for me growing up is that I have seen other women who I think are beautiful talk about their imperfections and embrace them. And that allows me to be like, oh, she has a mustache too. Why am I so self-conscious? Or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's other women just like being open and honest about like what they don't like about themselves or like what they've done, what extremes they've gone to that make you feel a little bit better about yourself. Cause you're like, okay, cool. We're not perfect. All of us. I've always been like, I'll try anything one time. And with beauty stuff, like I've tried a facial and it was the extraction kind, which I didn't know there are different kinds because my whole life, everyone's like, you should get a facial. You should get a facial. I was like, I'm going to get a facial. And it was horrible. She like steamed me in the face for 30 minutes and then she was extracting stuff out of my skin. And I was in so much pain. And I was like, this is not luxurious or relaxing at all. I didn't know there were different ones. I get my upper lip threaded, which you should try that. I think that's better than waxing.
Is that less painful?
Threading.
I
It's
think
better
it
for
is.
your skin. Licensed esthetician here stepping in.
Oh, yeah.
The threading. So waxing, you're putting a hot wax, obviously, on your lip skin, which is really delicate. It's like almost as delicate as your under eye skin. It's like thin. And so the reason the threading is so much better is because you're not applying heat over and over again, because typically when you're doing those types of services, you're getting them done, I don't know, probably like at least once a month, once every 6 weeks, something like that, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's just this like continuous thing, and you're pulling your skin and stretching it. So with the threading, it grabs onto the hair. It's really kind of like meditative to watch somebody do it too. I never really got
It's an
into
art.
it, but it's an art. I worked with this German girl in Beverly Hills, and she was like a badass at it. She was like, like just this like crazy threading machine, and it's a lot better. And I think, I guess it's not cheaper. It should be, because the amount of materials and things you use is less, but the work is more involved than waxing. Sure, it takes a little longer.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try it. I'm gonna try
You
it
should
now.
try it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you'll like it. I don't know why I didn't recommend that to you before. I guess I didn't know you waxed your lip.
What the hell? Why didn't you recommend
Well,
it?
I
She
have the
didn't know
opposite
because
problem.
you're really good.
I feel like I wish I had to do that stuff, and I'm over here like just trying with all my might to grow hair. We were in bed the other night, and Oliver was like, "Do you shave your arms?" And I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" I was like, "I have hair on my arms," and I'm like,
Aw.
I'm like, it's blonde. And so we're both looking, and I'm like, look, and I go to like grab some, and I'm like, I don't even like, I guess I've lost the hair on my arms. Like,
You got balding arms.
I got bald arms now. Like, I'm like, what the hell? And I guess that's like obviously not a super bad thing, but it means that the hair everywhere else is, you know, like my hair on my head isn't very thick either. It was really funny. I was like, I don't shave my arms. What are you talking about? And he's like, you have no hair. I'm like, what?
I have
I
to say,
do.
I'm envious of how soft your skin is, though. Like,
Oh, thanks.
like I get those red bumps on the back of my arm. Do you get those in it? I feel like you don't.
Mm-mm.
This is a genetic thing too, and I think it's also like, it's funny because Jamie Lynn, I feel like you have like Irish blood and English blood in you. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
where I'm coming from, and
the Cherokee, I think, is what makes my skin.
I think I have that too. My
Yeah.
great granddad would talk about how he's 1/16th Cherokee, so I'm like 1/32nd or something.
Yeah,
I guess not enough to not have red bumps.
maybe. You didn't get the red bump percentage.
No, but yeah, there's so many things, and it's interesting how the things that we notice about ourselves, other people don't. Like, no one notices that I have these red bumps, but I'm not insecure enough about them to not wear a tank top, because here I am on this podcast wearing a tank top, but there's certain things that I'm like, oh, I can't, like, everyone's gonna notice, or like,
Well, and it's funny.
it's-
It's like Annette saying about, you know, like what made you feel more confident about the things that normally you felt like you needed to change was just other women being confident about it, which
Yeah.
in the end, the things that we're doing, like, at least I feel like anything I do that is like I put on makeup before this podcast, right? Like, it wasn't because it's like, oh, I want people to see me with makeup. It's because it makes me feel more confident, and the confidence is what is beautiful. Like, so it's like you not, you know, waxing your mustache. Like, it's not that you're more beautiful when you do it or when you don't do it. It's like finding that confidence in whether or not you want to do it. So it's like you look just as beautiful when you do it as when you don't, because if you found the place where you're like, I don't give a shit, I feel good, like, I can be confident too. The confidence radiates that beauty. So it's
And I think
funny.
like we put our money into these beauty services that we prioritize and care about. Because like I don't get my hair dyed, I don't get my nails done, I don't get my hair done, lips done, everything did. I don't do any of that. But like I said, I will try everything once. And so one of my good girlfriends was like, she's always raved about getting a bikini wax. And she was like, you got to do it. And I'm like, why? She's like, baby smooth, soft skin down there from crack to crack. She's like, just do it. And I'm like, okay, let me give it a go, because I'm just curious. So, oh God.
I'm so sorry.
I go to what is the European Wax Center, I guess, is like a chain.
Oh, yes.
And I didn't know what to expect at all, but I made an appointment, and they bring me back to like your own little room. And this girl comes in and like nurse scrubs. And she's just like, just lay on the table and spread them, basically. And I'm like, I'm Annette, by the way. Hi. What a job. Her job is to look at a bunch of vaginas all day.
Yeah. Yep,
That's
ball
true.
sacks.
The
Dudes
amount
go
of men.
too.
Oh yeah, and ball sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Jamie Lynn, have you ever dipped your toe in this space before?
So for esthetician school, waxing was something that I had to learn. I didn't offer it as a service when I got out, but we did practice on each other, not as often as we had to other services. And it was, they did make it optional. Like, it wasn't part of the training where it was like, if you didn't wax somebody's pussy, you like couldn't graduate. But they made us watch this video. And this was I went to a community college in Los Angeles, and the video that they showed us was from like 1970. And the size of the bush and the music that was in this video. It was like, dum, dum, we're going to learn about waxing. And we're all just sitting in this classroom like, in the ball sack.
Oh my God. They showed a man too?
Oh yeah. Man and woman. And yeah.
Oh man.
It's interesting. And I had the opposite experience as you, where I didn't ever have anyone wax mine for me, but I had a roommate when I moved back to West Virginia before I moved to LA. My roommate Rhiannon, who I met in a bar, was like, we shared a bathroom, and she always had this wax pot out, and she waxed her face, which I had seen her do. And I was like curious, because this was way before esthetician school. I'm like, wow, like, do you do this all the time? She's like, yeah, it's really good for your skin. And she's like, you can use this if you want. And she's like, I do my own Brazilians. And I'm like, you do? That sounds so painful. She's like, oh my God, it's so easy. And so I got a bottle of whiskey one night and did my own Brazilian, and did that a few times. Never, like, it is like beyond, I don't even know how to describe that pain. So then when I actually went and had a professional do it, I was like, this is easy. This is great. Like, boom, boom, we're done. Like, it's not something I recommend doing yourself.
I can't believe you could like go through the pain and like inflict the pain on yourself.
Drunk.
Yeah.
Whiskey's a hell of a drug, Annette.
That's true. Maybe that was my problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to do the Brazilian waxes all the time, actually, at the.
On yourself, or you go get them done?
No.
Okay.
I've never done it to myself, but I would go to the European Wax Center because I could walk in West Hollywood. It was really close to my house.
Yeah.
And so I was going, I'm like, hey, I'm Kelly. So I was going.
You
and
could walk in, but you couldn't walk out.
Yeah, I couldn't walk out, but I would have terrible ingrown hair issues. And they'd be like, use this serum. And I'd use this serum. I'm like, that does nothing. And I would like try the towel trick, rub against the grain or whatever. And so I eventually went and got lasered. And that hurts in different ways. But this was the last time I did 7 sessions, I think, when I lived in West Hollywood, which has been a long time.
Yeah.
And not much hair has grown back since then. So
fascinating.
Did you
West
do like the whole
full
cat, the whole kitty, or like the side?
Butt cracked belly button?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Wow.
Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah. So I will say, this is the naked room.
Naked room. Bring it on.
I'll text you, Annette. I'll side text you.
Snapchat me, please.
Yeah, I'll Snapchat you. First, hold on. Let me download the app first. I don't have it.
What's Snapchat? No.
But I got to say, I'll Snapchat. I got to say that lasering is pretty spectacular. That's pretty good.
I've thought about doing that before, but
yeah.
I think, Kelly, I feel like you and I talked about this. Like, there's some weird holdup in my brain that's like, but what if I need that hair someday? I don't want to. Like, I'm like, it's there for a reason. Like, what if there's like an Arctic apocalypse, and I'm like, oh no, I can't grow hair. I mean, I guess I can't now anyway. So I guess like.
I feel like you already went through the Arctic apocalypse in Virginia this winter.
We did, yeah.
3 weeks with no melting of the ice, and it sounds awful. So you're good. You're fine.
Yeah,
you're
that's
fine.
true. I survived.
You got your fur coats.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also got your fur.
Okay.
You got your fur coat, and you got your fur coat.
I got my little fur coat, and I got my fur coat.
She's got all her fur. All the fur she can
Her
handle.
arms fell off and were frostbit, but her vagina survived.
Just stick your arms in your
just
pants.
A torso and a vagina.
Oh my God.
And a little bit of my head survived with my hand. Everything else was gone.
Oliver's like, it'll do.
No, that's enough. That's all I need.
He's like, okay.
Oh my God.
I can work with this.
Bottle was dusty, but the liquor was clean.
He's like, I still got my arms.
Oh no. Yeah, he'd be stoked. He'd be like, finally, you can't fight. I'm just kidding. Everything's consensual over here, I promise. No.
Except for the lug nut farts.
Oh my God. Help. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. So I lay on this table and she's like, okay, strip down. I'm going to do this wax. And no one told me rules for like what you need to do. I had like shaved maybe 5 days before. So I had like stubble growing back. And she was like, oh, no, I can't wax this. Your hair's not long enough. And like, you're going to have to grow it out and come back. And I'm like, I just like went through all this just to make an appointment, come here during the workday. Like, can you try? She was like, okay, I'll try. So she lathers the wax on and she puts the little strip and she rips it off. And I was like,
oh my God.
Oh my God. And she goes, it didn't work. And I go, that was not working. She goes, you're going to have to come back. I go, okay. And she goes, let's walk you out. We'll make another appointment. So we made an appointment for the following week. And I left the place and I was in so much pain. And that was just like a teaser of what it was going to be. And I never went back. I was like, I got what I was looking for, the experience. I'm done.
It's not
Like
necessary.
pulled your skin off. Yeah.
Well,
Probably.
and
Oh my
they
gosh.
are supposed to teach you. I mean, maybe not. I was taught, and the woman that I went to, who was really great at her job, teaches you like if you breathe out, like they usually will time it and be like, okay, I'm about to pull out. Take a deep breath in, and then you, like when she pulls it, because if you're focusing on breathing out, you can't constrict your body. Which makes the
Makes
pain
sense.
worse. And it helped a lot. I was like, oh, I wish I was doing this when I was drunk in the bathroom waxing myself. But instead I was just like, oh, it's awful.
Here goes nothing.
Here goes nothing.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
brave. I guess you did have whiskey.
The things
but-
we do.
The things we do
know.
for
Or
beauty.
that we don't do anymore, I guess.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I
Oh,
like it.
then y'all remember I went platinum blonde for a year.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That would take 6 hours on a Sunday. What a
Uh-huh.
time suck. And
gosh.
when the bleach was like all up in my scalp, it burned so much. And I was just like walking around like, like it hurt. I'm like, why do we do this to ourselves?
It's
I
ridiculous.
know. We talk about Pamela Anderson all the time, and I just love that she's rocking no makeup and just like this is me. I'm showing up, and I'm gonna be who I am.
Mhm.
And I'm wondering who that is for you, Annette, because you said that there's some women who are like showing up super confidently and
Yeah, it's not like specific celebrities or figures. It's more just like, I guess, like body positivity type influencers on social who are like, I'm just showing up as me and I'm not wearing makeup and my hair's up in a bun and I'm wearing a hoodie. And it's nice to see that. I'm with Jamie Lynn though. Like I appreciate putting my makeup on and feeling my best self. And that gives me confidence. But I mean, I still shave my legs and I still shave my armpits because
Me
to
too.
me,
Me too.
I'm like, I need it.
it's comfortable too. I think it's about the confidence and the comfortability.
Yeah.
So it's not even, it's like, it makes me feel better to
Mhm.
have clean shaven legs. And I like how it looks too.
Too, it's like environmental. Like there are times when I want to put makeup on, I want to put that effort in, and then there are times where I feel just as beautiful not doing that. Like if I go, if I'm
Yeah.
like camping for a couple weeks, like I'm not putting any effort in, but I don't feel any less confident. Like I feel, I'm like at one with nature. So it's like, that's not top of mind, but yeah, it is interesting because like if I'm going to be going out, out or something or go to whatever, a meeting or whatever, where other people, are going to put that effort in, then it feels almost like it's expected, that there's like some amount of effort put in, especially around here. I guess it's like a little bit more, I don't know. I don't know how to describe this area I live in right now.
Charlottesville's interesting because it's very big into like granola, crunchy, slow food movement. But then there's also a lot of money
It's
in
like
Charlottesville
White
and
Horse
Albemarle.
Town too.
Yeah, like lots of horses, if that
Yeah.
puts it into perspective. So there's a lot of like keeping up appearances.
Keeping up isn't necessarily with like beauty standards as much as it is like what's expected during a specific like event. Like, oh, like you would wear this to this because that's what people
Yeah.
have done. Like, and I don't jive well with that. I didn't in Nantucket either. I was like, I am not buying a white floral dress, and I was like, I just cannot do this shit. So
I cannot
black
picture
lace
you
and
in
leather
that.
it was, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
you take it or leave it. Like, do you want me to fix your boat or not?
I feel the same way. My inner rebel comes out in those
Yeah.
circumstances. I'm just like, I don't want to do this thing. I don't want to have to follow. I don't want to have to conform to this
Yeah.
particular thing
Yeah,
that someone's
conforming
telling
is-
me.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
sticking point.
I think for me too, my standard of beauty for myself has changed so much since the pandemic because we all moved from being in an office to being on a Zoom call. So then my makeup just went like super, super minimal.
Yeah.
And a lot of days I work from home, I work remotely, I don't have any Zoom calls. So I'll go days and days and days without wearing makeup, where like my whole adulthood life, I never had that experience. So it's new for me to like not have to go through so many makeup wipes and not have to, put makeup on and spend the time to do it. But on the other hand, I think there is like a ritualistic quality to like getting getting all dressed up and like the girl experience of like putting your makeup on and doing your hair and playing music and getting dressed. Like I still really enjoy doing that as well.
I've been feeling
Me
like I
too.
need to fill that cup recently because
Mhm.
after 7 days in a row of putting on the same hoodie, I'm like, I should probably change my clothes. Like I should probably go and do something new.
I was
on
going to
some makeup.
ask both of you that because I feel like I've experienced that the last couple years. Like you said, Annette, like after the pandemic where we all kind of were just like little gremlins in our homes and saving money on makeup. Like I loved it, but then I'll have these moments where I'm like, I feel like for my mental health, I need to like gussy up a little bit today. Like I need to take some of those clothes in the closet for a little test drive. And, and it's funny because it's not really, like you said, I don't feel like it's about like the final outcome, like what I look like, but it's that ritual of doing it or something like
Yeah.
that just feels really joyful and fun to like, just get into that vibe. Like you said, the music and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
This was the most we've laughed in an episode, I think.
I like open mouth gape I couldn't catch my breath. Tears. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
so
same.
The spreading of the butt cheeks. I can't.
We
even.
have a name for it. It's
You
called
do?
a foof.
A
A
foof
foof.
is okay. So a foof by definition is when you spread your butt cheeks in order to fart to try to make it less audible.
Well, there's no audible. It's just we call it a foof because the sound is
Oh, okay. But when you did it,
It's SBD.
it did make a noise.
I know.
It did.
That's
You're like-
why it was
You had
so horrifying.
You had a dud foof.
Yeah.
I did.
Your
Yeah.
foof malfunctioned.
Your
If you're listening, share it with someone. Then we have more people.
Yeah, exactly. Share it. Like, subscribe, share.
Yes.
Give us a 5-star review everywhere.
The Naked Room podcast is brought to you by hot coffee, cold showers, grit and determination, the power of being a woman.
We'd like to thank ourselves. This is a self-run operation. We have done all of this on our own, other than with the help of our hot sound guy, my husband, Curtis Keeper, who curated all of our equipment and got us up and running.
If you'd like to sponsor us, reach out.